Hello, welcome to FountainFX on Wednesday the 27th of November. Today we've got some critical news coming out for the pound at 11:30 South Africa time, so that's 9:30 UK time, and that's on the GDP, so it'd be interesting to see what happens there. Also, if we look down below that, we're looking at the US dollar, unemployment claims and core durable goods, so it'd be good to see what those figures come out with. Hello, so it's now the end of the trading day on the 27th of November 2013, and as you can see, just coming back and looking at the news, we have the pound at 11:30 today came out with no change in its GDP estimate, so that's good for the pound. But we look further down, the US dollar core durable goods, instead of a growth of 0.5%, which was forecasted, it had a shrinkage of 0.1%. So that's very negative, very bad for the US dollar. Unemployment claims were positive, slight reduction there, but not nowhere near the sort of change in terms of what was expected on the core durable goods. So let's now see how that's affected the actual market there in terms of two critical pieces of data for the US dollar. So if we now take a look at the Australian dollar against the US dollar, we can see that even though the Aussie dollar is actually weak against the US dollar, despite US dollar weakness, because of the negative news on the US price has actually pulled back. The Aussie dollar has shown some strength against the US dollar now. It's probably more US dollar weakness than it is Aussie dollar strength if we look at the overall trend that's occurring here. But there's opportunities to be made here. Hopefully what will happen is off this the Aussie dollar will start to gain some further upwards momentum, because we would like to be able to take a short around about this 0.9295, this trend line that's running across here. If we consider from a technical point of view, it was previously resistance, okay, then it became, when price broke above it, it then became support, came back down into it, became support again, and then it's finally just broken through it. So because it was previously support, we'd be looking for it to hopefully turn and become resistance. And also we've got the trend line as a, if price turns around this 0.9295, that would be a great area to short, to expect it to carry on down in the downtrend that it's currently in. I'm going to quickly switch over to the euro. And we can see with the euro is being particularly difficult to trade at the moment because there's so much indecision. Prices pulled up at the time when market was saying it wants to go down, and it did fall down for one candlestick, but then since then it's literally turned and eaten up that downtrend. It's pulled down again, it's pushed back up. So the euro's trying to gain ground against the US dollar, but it seems like there's not a lot of momentum there to push the euro higher. So we're now at another area of indecision. Price has really broken this area of resistance here. Probably because of that, what we should do is we should really take this resistance line and push it higher into this previous area of resistance here and see if it's likely to come and test this again. And as you can see, it's close to this area anyway with this wick that's formed. But it's still saying, according to the MACD, it's in an uptrend. There's upward momentum, but it's really struggling, and at the moment it's not really a great currency pair to trade. It's not really showing any opportunity. Now if we switch over to the pound, we can see the pound is a stronger currency against the US dollar, and with the news that's come out earlier today, we can see that price has actually broken through this area of previous resistance. And previously we were saying that that's a possibility because the actual pullback from this area of resistance was literally swallowed up within a day, showing that there was no real downward momentum, there was no real pressure for price to sell off. It could have consolidated and gone sideways, but with the negative news for the US dollar yesterday, that's been enough to push the pound higher. So it's now broken out through this area of resistance. So where's the key trading opportunity? Well, the key trading opportunity would be to wait for a pullback into this area. Now it may mean a pullback into the 62.50 area, the 162.50, to do a buy and go long, or it may be a case you even wait for it to come back down into this previous area of support here where price has just turned, I just need to check the price there. So we're looking at the 161.37, 161.35, something like that. So slightly up, maybe 100 points lower. But typically, because of this area of resistance here and here, you would look for it to become an area of support. So when price pulls back down into here, you would look to buy with a anticipation that it will continue to follow this upward trend that's now forming. You've got the moving averages to confirm it's still an upward trend despite this sideways move that happened. The moving averages were still moving up, and the MACD's pulled back down, but it's turned. It's showing that price is moving up. Also, the moving averages for the MACD are starting to move further apart. It's showing that momentum, upward momentum, is gaining in strength. So all positive things on the pound US dollar. Go long. With the euro, ignore it, and with the Aussie dollar, wait for the pullback and go short. And that's trading from FountainFX. Thank you very much.